What's the greatest Yo Mama joke of all time? It was May 2008, almost summer break. The hallways smelled like floor cleaner and teenage desperation. Marcus Johnson was the unofficial king of our lunch table. Quick-witted basketball team captain and the guy who could make anyone laugh with his perfectly timed one-liners. Then there was Derek Simmons. Quiet kid, always wore the same 3 faded t-shirts in rotation. His dad had died the year before, cancer I think, and he lived with his mom in that apartment complex by the railroad tracks. You know the type. The kind of place where the rent never goes up because nothing ever gets fixed. That day in the cafeteria, Marcus was on fire. He'd been trading insults with Tony across the table, each one more outrageous than the last. Yo, mama so stupid she put lipstick on her forehead to make up her mind. Tony howled with laughter. Yeah, well, yo mama so ugly her portraits hang themselves. Marcus fired back. The table erupted. Even I was laughing despite knowing how stupid these jokes were. It was harmless. We all knew it was just a game, a ritual of belonging. Then Derek sat down at the edge of our table. This was unusual. He normally ate alone or with the band kids. I noticed he had a new shirt on. Nothing special, just not one of his usual 3. He was smiling slightly, like he was working up the courage to join in. Hey, I got one, Derek said, his voice cracking slightly. The table went quiet. Marcus raised an eyebrow, surprised but willing to let the new guy take a shot. All right, let's hear it, Marcus said, leaning back with his arms crossed, already smirking. Derek cleared his throat. Yo, mama's so fat when she sits around the house. She sits around the house. The silence was painful. It was the most basic, overused yo mama joke in existence. Tony snickered, not at the joke, but at Derek's failed attempt to fit in. Marcus shook his head slowly. Weak, man. That's kindergarten stuff. Then he leaned forward, eyes narrowing. Let me show you how it's done. I still remember the way Marcus's face changed, how something cold and calculated replaced his usual playful expression. Yo mama so poor, Marcus started, his voice deliberately loud. She can't even afford to pay attention at your dad's funeral. The cafeteria seemed to freeze. Derek's face went completely blank like someone had wiped it clean of all emotion. He stood up without a word and walked out. No one laughed. No one moved. Even Marcus looked shocked at what had come out of his own mouth. Dude, I finally said. His dad died last year. I know, Marcus whispered. I don't know why I said that. The next day, Derek didn't come to school, or the day after. When he finally returned a week later, he sat alone and no one approached him. Not because we didn't want to, but because none of us knew how to face what had happened. Years later, I ran into Marcus at a gas station back home during college break. We got to talking about high school, and somehow Derek's name came up. You know, Marcus said, staring at his shoes, I've never told anyone this, but I apologized to him. Went to his apartment and everything. What did he say? I asked. Marcus looked up. He said, the greatest yo mama joke is the one you never tell. Then he closed the door.